So I think, one of the things that you can learn from relationships and specific relationships is how to replicate those things and how to make them work for other folks. And we've got a series of incredibly great relationships with our endorsed partners. So at the Mass Restaurant Association, you just can't come in with a suitcase full of money and say, I want to be an endorsed partner for you. There is a revenue, a share at the endorsed partner level, but the first criteria is how well are you going to support, how well are you going to drive restaurant success. You're here to support the restaurant industry, and business is a byproduct of that for you. Right? Out of those handful of endorsed partners, Sprague and a couple others really lead the way on how to enhance that relationship. But it's not about how do I make money for myself. But I know I've seen Stephen and Kevin at virtually every event that I've ever had. And my events are really good, but they're not that good where people just show up just because I'm having an event. They're there specifically to support the restaurant community. For Sprague to be at every event, supporting, buying a cocktail, introducing. I had a new gentleman that came through. He came through from one of our other partners, young guy just out of college, great kid, fully well intended, and I wanted him to learn the correct way to engage with the membership here. I called Steve on the phone. I said, Steve, I'm going to introduce you to John. I'd like for you to take him under your arm and show him the correct way to engage members of the Massachusetts Restaurant Association. And Steve took him to a networking event and walked him through, and he had the opportunity to observe Steve and Kevin, engaging in conversation with some of the biggest restaurateurs in the state of Massachusetts, and they made introductions to him. You're there to have a conversation with a human about life. And so I watched them as they dragged this kid through conversation to conversation to conversation. So that person's 1,000 times more successful now because of the opportunity that he had to spend an afternoon an evening with Steve and Kevin at an event. So when I say I've got this relationship with Sprague and it's awesome with Sprague, goes way beyond them stroking a check for the after party. It goes way beyond them being first in line at stuff. This is through osmosis. He's making the people that are business partners with us, and both Steve and Kevin, are making the people that have nothing to do with the energy business, because I asked them, and making this person a better fit for the Restaurant Association, and the kid's going to have a longer relationship with us, and he's going to look back upon that mentoring that was given by Sprague Energy as something that was critical to the success of his career. So that's the kind of relationship that you look for from business partners, and it goes miles. If you're worried about the cash and you're not worried about the relationship, you're not worried about the overall benefit of the overall health of the organization, ultimately that will catch up with you. And I'm kind of happy that we're at where we're at, and we've got these relationships that we can lean upon. So.